Oh, can't have that. And my legs are pogo sticks. They're long and the distance is far. My UCR journey was a testimony. Can I get an amen? A hallelujah? My hair is like Lion King. It's like, just be wild. And Sassy Susan, because I got a little... That's nobody's business. But thank God I got my pogo stick legs, because it was giving leopard, like a leopard. Leopard I know is a real animal. Yeah. Oh, can't have that. Hey y'all, welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name is Chukwunenye and I never shut up. All I do is yap. So if you like that type of content, and I have no niche, just letting you know, I'm all the things. Make sure to subscribe to my channel for more content. But today, let me run down my day before I get into the content of this video. So I woke up today, I'm like, oh, it's gonna be a nice day. It's sunny and I love the sun. But my brown skin, oh, no, we don't go together. The sun and my brown skin, we don't go together. So I get up and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go on my walk. I get outside, y'all. I'm walking and the sun is glaring. Keep in mind, I ran out of my SPF, so when I'm squeezing it out, I squeezed barely a little. I nearly almost died out there. I said, oh, I'm rerouting. I rerouted and went a different route to get my steps in, because I was like, I'm gonna reach my 10K steps with or without it. Baby, and my legs are pogo sticks. They're long and the distance is far. So I said, let's reroute, let's walk back. But my skin, I'll probably insert a photo. Skin was dry, delayed, deferred, deterred, all the things. So yeah, it was 87 degrees today. So I'm like, oh yeah, no. Just way too hot. But on a positive, you will never regret investing in yourself. So take that with what you will. But never again doing that. It was bad. I feel like my skin is still recovering. And this was this morning. So yeah. But yes, welcome to my channel. Again, my name is Chukwunenye and I talk about all the things. So I was on Reddit yesterday and I saw a post. And this young lady that was 24 years old was saying, oh, why can't I? She was comparing herself to her neighbors. Her neighbor that was a man, saying like, oh, he has this money, he seems to have a girlfriend, he seems to be cool. Basically the things that she wants or feels like she doesn't have. So she was basically saying, why am I lame? Like, why can't I be cool? Why can't I be as pretty as I was at 17 years old? And I had responded to the subreddit. And I also was just thinking about it, like, well, dang. Like, my heart went out to the young lady, because I was like, I can remember 2 times where I maybe felt insecure, just wasn't as secure with who I was and the goals and passions I had for my life, and me being fearfully and wonderfully made. Now that I'm older, 22 years old, I definitely can say that full-heartedly. Okay, and I get sidetracked. Did I tell y'all about my braids? Have you guys seen it in this form? My boho braids? I was gonna claw clip it. My hair is like Lion King. It's like, just be wild. So it's down and out. But I wanted to talk more about this, the comparison. One of the responses I had said to the young lady was, comparison is the thief of joy. And that is something that I wanted to discuss today. Now, I was gonna answer Ball's question, but I'm like, you know, they can wait. I wanna talk about the comparison is the thief of joy and how that it can affect people, you, society, whatever the case is, and share a little bit about my journey, cultural and faith identity wise. So maybe I will get into all those questions. I think I will be, but I'll be sidetracking to make sure that I get what I need to say out of there. I always, before I start on a tangent, I think with comparison, I think that is something that inevitably happens. Like, we look to the right, we look to the left, we see people, and we deem it as, damn, like, I want this, I want that. And what keeps me in a humble abode is remembering that everything is a journey. Like, life itself is a journey. Like, where you need to be next takes time and it doesn't happen overnight. That's what I think keeps me humble beginnings. And I know y'all are sick and tired of hearing about my UCR journey. My UCR journey was a testimony. Can I get an amen? A hallelujah? It was. I don't care what anyone says. It just was. It was a journey indeed. Sailors, captain, finders, losers, all of it. A journey indeed. And I always, when I think of comparing myself, I always think of your journey, like pave your own path as much as you can, because when you look back at that path, you'll realize, oh, like I was meant to be on this journey. I made decisions for myself. I chose something that I knew would be good for me. Like the next step in life, y'all aren't even gonna recognize me. Maybe from afar, but y'all won't be able to recognize me. But I'm gonna go through my notes, like of what I said, and like touch on it, because I think that would be helpful. And maybe you guys can take some of the words I say. Some of y'all may be like, girl, just shut up. Like, what do you know about it? That's cool too, but I'm gonna talk about it on here. So no matter what we believe in, I don't care what people believe in, I believe that God has blessed everyone with a beautiful, unique gift that sets you apart from somebody else. And that's why I encourage people to tap into it instead of worrying what this person has, what she got, what this. Worry about what you got and how can you hone on it. The time that you use spending it, wasting your time trying to be like, well, they got that. Don't worry about it. Stay focused. Stay focused with the gifts that you have and use them for your good. And then something that I've learned too is like, until you know that person, how she was comparing herself to that young man, like you don't know the person, right? You know what people show you, and you can't fully know them until you have a relationship with them. I think another thing I see is on social media is some people are quick to criticize, right? You post your photo, some are like, well, Instagram is just fillers, it's da-da-da, and some share their heart and are vulnerable on there, that are very, I don't know if I would say authentic, because I do believe privacy, like you shouldn't share everything on social media. You need to have that privacy and protect your heart, because some people will abuse and use your vulnerability and turn it into something that it's not, a bunch of caca, and you don't want that. So what I would say is, how can I say it? I'm trying to be better with how I express my words so it comes across as, one, charitable, but two, it comes across as meaningful. Like the person receiving it, like, so my audience is receptive to it. So who's to say whatever he's doing isn't for show, right? How would we know? And I know some people are like, I know energy, I'm an energy reader. No, you're not. You're just judgmental. I said what I said. You're not, right? You don't until you do. Now you can have observations. One thing about me, I have my observations. Don't think that I didn't see, didn't notice, didn't do a mental check. That's cool. But I would just encourage, like, especially on social media, where some people can be so quick to pass judgment and do this and that. And what I would do is offer up a prayer to that person. If you're concerned about a person, if you see something, we don't know the story. And oftentimes a lot of the situations that we're dealt with, they're contextual. There's a lot of nuance, there's a lot of gray in it. Even though we want it to be black and white, there's a lot of gray in the middle. So we can't just immediately write off and be like, it's just like this. And I think too, it helps with listening. Now see, that's my problem, I go off on tangents. It helps with listening too. Like actually hearing what the person is saying, articulating it, and making sure that you're absorbing what they're saying. I find that too, is a lot of people just want to be heard, right? And they want to express their feelings, their emotions, and they want you to grasp it or understand it. But then something else that I've also noticed, another tangent, is being able... Child, I thought it was an earthquake. Being able to handle your emotions too as well, right? Not every time, or not all the time, people will validate them, right? Sometimes you're dealt with a situation and it's just you that has to handle it. And you are emotionally capable and resilient in doing so. You know, you can't always share everything with your friends, family, everybody and their mama. You gotta handle it on your own. And you gotta feel it on your own and let the feelings come and absorb it. So then when they happen again, you know what to do. That's another thing too, is like finding the balance. And feelings like that shouldn't be shared on social media. I find the most productive things are people I like to follow are positive. Like my content, my feed is positive. You don't ever see anything negative on there. Like very rarely. It's positive, uplifting, inspiring, because that's what I want to see. I don't want to be negative Nancy, pessimistic Polly, rude Rudy. Like, no, I want to be positive Pocket, joyful Jane, and sassy Susan, because I got a little sassy. But that's nobody's business but mine. So I just encourage that, is knowing when to balance out what to share, and knowing what you share, it's safe with the people that you're sharing it with, right? It would suck to be vulnerable to people that could give two rats ass about you. So just being careful about that as well. And then knowing when to keep things private, like keep it close to your chest. And then when you've dealt with it, you've identified those emotions, you've dealt with it, then processing it out loud if you feel the need to do so, if that makes sense. I know, hopefully I didn't just say a bunch of nothing. Something that I've always said is you will never regret investing in yourself. And I was talking with my friend earlier today, hey Brian, and he was talking about, Chuk, like you need to print that out, put that on your vision board, do this, like that is one of the best quotes I've heard. And I was like, well, shouldn't everybody be doing that? If you're not doing it, you need to do that. Like some people, let me not say I'm not trying to categorize y'all. Don't come for me. Some people don't be doing what they want to do. And don't be investing in themselves and wondering why, like, damn, why do I feel like caca all the time? Why is this not aligning? Well, you're not doing what God has told you to do, right? Like I said, we all have gifts, talents, dreams that we want to accomplish, that you want to accomplish, and you have to put your best foot forward in doing that. So what does investing in yourself look like? Taking care of all the things. Spiritually, emotionally, physically, mentally, financially, all the things. Making sure that is in order. You saw me, baby, I was outside in the heat. About my skin complexion was about to change, but I said, you know what, I need to get this workout in. I need to get the workout in. Now I know to do it earlier, and I've been on that, but I didn't think it would be 87 degrees. But thank God I got my pogo stick legs, because it was giving leopard, like a leopard. Leopard, I know is a real animal. I think a leopard, right? I was like, oh, we need to change directions and finish this. So I was very adamant on that. And then spiritual, for me, it's going to mass on Sundays and then confession once a month, even though I missed January. That was one of my goals, to go once a month. And then adoration and doing things like that, and prayer, like prayer every day. Prayer every day that God gives me the strength to keep going. Prayer every day that I get into the school I want to get into. Prayer that God continues to bless me and guide me every single day. Just prayer, strong prayer. It is very, very important. Mentally, emotionally, making sure you are good. What are the things that you need? Is that therapy? Is that processing your emotions? It's really being honest with yourself about where you want to be in life. And me and Brian were talking about that today. Like, where do you see yourself going? Like, where do you see yourself, growing and things like that? Being honest with yourself, because that's where the work comes in. You will thrive if you can do that. You will really, really thrive, and you will literally glow and emulate and shine if you can do that. And then another thing that I'm experiencing, or I'm seeing, like the young lady had said, oh, I'm 24, why can't I be beautiful like my 17-year-old? So I said, girl, getting older is a privilege. Like, it's a privilege. I'm seeing so many young people dying every day. Like, it's insane. Like, every day is a blessing. Like, every day that God chooses to open up your eyes and say, like, I want you to experience another day. Your work here is not done, is a blessing. Now, I'm 22 years old. Now, I will say, back in my parish, this lady said, she's older than me, but young. She was like, oh, are you like 15 or 16? And I was like, I said, oh, like I look like I'm 15, 16? No, but I'm 22 years old. I can understand wanting to look like that, but getting older is a blessing. And as you age, I think your face matures, everything goes along with it, right? And just embracing that, realizing that every day is a blessing. God willing, you reach even more years of life. And I keep seeing like people, let me not say, well, I do see people on social media that maybe do, I know skincare, like, and bought like something to help with just taking care of yourself is just the skincare aspect too, like investing in yourself. Like for me, I tell y'all all the time, CeraVe and me, we go together. Like that is a product that I will use, but also my skin is sensitive. So those are products, find the products that work for you, that'll do best. And I'm not saying that she had any skincare issues, but products that make you feel good and that work with your skin well. Not the products that they promote, but the products that are actually good for you. Let me come close. Good for you. Not good for somebody else. Keyword you. Y-O-U. Yeah, good for you. So CeraVe, I use, like I said, I'm not going to describe it, but you already know, for my eyebrows, looking into different chapsticks, SPF. I use the Fenty one and I ran out. I'm thinking about getting that one again because it was good, but maybe trying something different. But for me, I make sure it's sensitive and fragrance free for the most part. And them Dove body scrubs, look into those. Those are nice. Specifically brown sugar and macadamia nut. Don't tell you I didn't say nothing. Real nice. So that, and making sure like things don't have to be on trend. I keep seeing that, like, oh, is it trendy? Is it no, because that trendiness, when you get scars and you break out in like in hives and it don't work for you, who's gonna pay for it? It's not gonna be the people online. So make sure what you're doing in real life is you would do it online too if you're online, right? Don't try to promote things or try to do other things a different way knowing that you wouldn't do it in real life. It's not going to help you, right? So being honest with yourself externally and especially internally will reflect on the external real bad, and people will know if you're a phony or not. I definitely will know. Yeah, I think also too with investing in yourself is going back to your childhood. I kept seeing it and hearing it, but reflecting on it and saying it out loud, I'm like, yeah, that's very true. Is what did you like to do as a child? Oftentimes what you like to do as a child is maybe what you're meant to do as an adult. Most likely there's some connection there. And I always encourage people that are struggling with what is my calling in my life, what is my purpose, what am I here to do, go back to what you like to do as a child. And I talked about that in my last video, but truly, and if it doesn't have the fund, like if you don't have the funds for it now, where it's not something that you can just get into it quickly with a clear path, if you know what I'm saying, like a traditional path, like I said, make room for it, right? If you want it, you'll do it and go from there. But connecting with your inner child, like I said, I went into my pottery class, maybe I'll insert a photo. Loved it. My piece, giving strawberry shortcake with a little pizzazz. So cute. Would do it again. And I would see Color Me Mine as a child all the time. I maybe had been there once before, maybe, but it was like the cute, whimsical spot that I remember as an elementary school, and it's still in the same spot at the marketplace. And going there as an adult and painting by myself and seeing the piece fire up, like I was like, take a photo with me. Like I was just so excited to pick up my piece and just share it and show it and love on it and be like, that was my first piece. Like I love to paint. Next time I'll probably do a pottery class, like actually make pottery. Like that sounds like a really fun idea. Like I would love to do that. But I just encourage you to see what you like to do as a child, whatever that is, and make time for it. Another way of investing in yourself and not feeling bad about it at all, because you are a person, you matter too. And when you take care of yourself and you fill your own cup, you're able to pour onto others. And like I said, the work that you do internally reflects externally. Like it just does. You illuminate, baby. Like the sun can't even outshine you. Like, yeah, and my phone's buzzing. And then the last point that I made to the young lady about the post was being authentically you is what is going to set you apart. Not trying to be cool or change yourself or do all these things. No. If you noticed, or from at least what I've noticed, is the most beautiful people have been authentically themselves and stayed true to themselves, their personalities, whatever it is. Some people may identify me as loud. Cool. Some people may say, oh, you're annoying. Cool. Some people may say, oh, you're sassy. Cool. I'm not everyone's cup of tea. That's why there's coffee, so go get some coffee. Don't change yourself to make other people uncomfortable. Let people sit in their uncomfortableness about you radiating who you are, right? When you don't portray yourself, you end up suffocating yourself. And that's probably why issues come up and things like, because you're not being yourself, right? You keep trying to change it and do this and that, and you'll never be able to appease everybody. That's just what it is. And I feel like that's a phrase that's always been said, but you're not. I'm sure there are beautiful, wonderful, exquisite qualities about you. Whoever I'm talking to behind the scenes on the camera, like I'm sure there is. So tap into them, pray about it, and see what God is maybe guiding you today. What is he showing you today? How is he going to use your gifts to bless the next generation or the next person to you? And to give yourself grace through it all, right? As people, we go through many transitions in life. You change and different things happen all the time. And to give yourself grace through every transition. I wasn't what was 4 years ago, girl. At all. And God, and thank God. And thank God. But the journey from my 4 years, like, changed my life. Like, it just did, in the most blessed and meaningful way. So I just continue doing that, because that is what's going to attract people to you and want more of you, whatever that is, like your personality. And you know, when you enter that room and there's that one person that lights up the room and you're like, man, like every time she comes in, it's like a breath of fresh air. You know why? Because she's continuously walking in the light that is before her, and she continues to do her, whether people like it or not. She's still gonna shine because that's who she is. And I'll never forget, I had this one student I taught her at UCR. I was one of her peer educators, and she had sent me this stamp on Instagram. I mean, I'm not gonna read the whole thing, but I'm gonna share a little bit about it because I think it has to do with this topic. And I was basically saying, it's so crazy to see how many people can be influenced by you without you unknowingly, like you not knowing about it, right? You wouldn't think you had that influence, that power on people, because you're just one person. And she was saying, like, I realized the same thing too. And it's like an aha moment, like whatever. Like, I have an impact on people's life by just being you and glowing in your own right. But she was saying how, yes, you have that influence in people's lives. You are a glowing light and inspiration and a lighthouse in other people's lives when they need guidance. And how much she hopes I realize how much I shine. And hearing it from one of my students that I had. Keep in mind, I taught her my second year. One of the first courses I started teaching as a peer educator when I didn't know jack squat, living in my dorm, and she was a first year. And she was saying that to me, just how much I shine, and realizing that you are an inspiration, like a lighthouse to people. And I hope you realize just how much you shine, like what that has done to me. And understanding the power that you have a light. And now don't let anyone dim the light, but make sure you are intentional with how you spread the light, always. And then the last thing that I wanted to finish off in this video is just to tap into those gifts that you have, wherever you are, who you are, and make sure no one, like I said, dims that light. I keep saying it, but it's very, very important. Even when you doubt or critique yourself, remember whose you are and who you are, because that'll take you where no man can shut. Now, I think I've done my little motivational speaking of the day. I talked about the topic I wanted to. Make sure to comment, rate, and subscribe. I will have more content coming out. I'll see you in the next video. And I think that's it. Do y'all care about the shirt I'm wearing? It's a brown shirt. It's from Shein. I ordered this a while ago, and I found it when I moved back. I didn't even know I had it, but I'm like, you know what? This is cute. It's classic. It's a crop top, no stop. So you can't see, but it's a tee. Love it. It's cute. And yeah, now I haven't ordered in Shein in like 5 years, but everyone's like, the girls are saying, oh, Shein is like it, like go get it from Shein. And I remember when I ordered this long sleeve with a teddy bear on it, and I was like, what was I thinking with my style back then? Like, you Lord have mercy, we've made it far. So yeah, I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Please comment down below, rate, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.